Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my latest video. As I mentioned in my previous video, I had an incident, a disaster, a debacle, and I'll go into more detail about that in this video. But what it's meant is that I haven't been able to go over and relook at my footage. So some of the footage in this video is a bit shaky because I had the stabilizer off. So apologies in advance for that. But it's a really good video. There's just so much stuff packed in here, I don't even really remember. My dad's been going for it on the water tower, and he's progressed from hole digging to carpentry. My mom's been doing so many things. Comfrey, weeding, all kinds of stuff. Mended a bag for me, made some lemon cordial, just lots and lots of stuff. And she's jumped on water tower production as well, and she's helping my dad with some sanding and staining too. Sinead and I were down in the garden, and I had a weird incident that caused an injury that was very annoying, and just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here, so I'm gonna finish the intro, and we'll just get right into it because this is a long one, but it's a good one, and I think you're gonna enjoy it. So thanks for watching. Oh, and to everyone out there who saw about my computer situation in the last video and sent a little bit of extra cash my way, a massive thank you to you guys. I don't need a whole computer, so the incident isn't totally dire, but I do need a new screen, so that's much appreciated. So I just wanted to say a big thanks to you guys out there, and also just watching my videos really helps a lot too. So enough blabbing on, I'm gonna get into the video right now, and we'll see you again at the end. Good morning, everybody. It's a brand new day, and my parents are already here, hard at work. Not gonna use your sweet chair?
I will in a second.
Yeah, all right.
It's just got one here. So.
You've got your own technique. This thing is proving to be a winner. He's a big fan. And my dad is gonna be continuing with his holes. So these are the footers for the water tank. So, whoop. How's it going?
All right.
So it's early, but everybody seems pretty eager. It's a gorgeous day, and I think I'm gonna be spending most of the day down in the garden with Sinead, trying to make a few garden beds to get some of these tomato plants in the ground. My dad will be doing the water tank. And Mom, what's on your agenda today?
Yes.
Bit of weeding?
Yes, and maybe some pruning some olive branches.
Oh, okay. With the tool of joy.
Yeah.
As you wish.
So we'll get this all tidied up.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be working on putting Tracy's trumpet in a bed. And yeah, just see how things go. I think my first job of the day is to tackle this lemon tree, pick some lemons to make some cordial, and then down to the garden. So that's us. It's a gorgeous day. The flies are back, so is the macaroni screen. And I'll be checking in throughout the course of the day.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Here's Michael. Have you said hello to Grandpa? Grandpa, have you said hello to Michael?
Hello.
Go on.
He came last time.
Mikey. He's playing hard to get.
Yeah. Smell something.
Oh,
Look.
he is not interested. Oh well. So it's an exciting time in the garden. I have this pot for exciting reasons. Because Sinead's winter garden is doing some stuff. Don't even know what this beet is doing.
I don't know what this guy is doing.
And what is this guy? What is this guy? An onion?
What is this guy? Nobody knows.
We're gonna pull him up and we're gonna find out. The broccoli is looking a little bit excited, a little explosion-y. And we'll leave the lettuce there, you think? And take the rest?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's amazing.
How was your first ever winter garden experience?
I mean, wasn't much to it, lads. Wasn't much to it.
This is really the first for harvesting it,
I
isn't
can't
it?
say I was very observant. Ah! Behold, 'tis a beet.
Oh.
This is for anyone on a diet.
Yeah.
Oh, these insects are making love.
Oh, are they? How can you see that with ants?
No, they're not ants. They're
Oh,
anyway,
these guys.
I've separated them.
Oh.
Sorry, I broke that up, lads.
Oh well.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna get this guy.
That one's...
Pulling up root vegetables.
I don't have much faith in these ones though. No.
No? Too soon?
I think it's too soon. Yeah.
Well, I just fell over.
These ones did go in later though.
Should we leave them for another day?
I think so.
Okay, you guys can stay. The little lettuce can stay. And what about this onion thing? Do you want to come pull this out? I'm gonna get the broccoli out. Yeah?
Yeah. Do it.
All right. I'm pretty excited for this one. Excited?
What is it? Oh.
Yay!
It's a singular onion! I have so much respect for onion farmers right now. So much respect.
That thing is a beast. Are you proud? You proud of your onion, Sinead?
I'm proud of the onion. I'm proud. But
So,
I think we're going to need more beds if we're going to become onion.
So our goal for today is to make some beds, and I think we're going to make some new beds because, as I mentioned, I think we're going big in the garden. We're going big?
Yeah, because this was a real success, so. So I got this.
And you know what? The ants love our garden, so let's do it for the ants.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the garden right now. Sinead and I are going to get to work making some beds. And it should be fun. It's a lovely day.
Yeah.
And we like to dig. Tool of joy?
Tool of joy.
And so while Sinead and I work in the garden, my mom's going to chop off the stalks of this comfrey plant. We're going to stick it in a bucket, add water. It's going to get stinky for about 5 weeks and make a really wonderful fertilizer. Is this a satisfying job?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah? Good.
Watch your fingers.
Love a bit of cardboard.
There's just some fine cardboard there.
It's some of the finest cardboard. I don't know about this piece. It's mediocre cardboard. That's top shelf.
That's top shelf, yeah?
Fine cardboard right there.
I wish I could have been enjoying it.
It's these kinds of things that excite you. Top shelf cardboard, and you find straw. Doesn't take much. Ow, my boob!
What did she do?
I just dropped the wheelbarrow and the handle hit my boob. Ow.
Well, you know you gotta get rid of those boobs.
Boob injury. Alright, well, it's caught on camera anyway. That's not how it's supposed to go. Oh. Woo!
What's your thoughts?
1 sec.
Oh yeah, sorry, is your boob okay? Sorry, I didn't ask. I showed no
I'm not sure.
I showed no
I'm not sure about my boob. Woo! There could be a bruise. a lovely bucket of comfrey. It's going to be turned into stinky fertilizer very soon. But I think it's time for some lunch.
Yes, please, sir. And a cup of tea.
And a cup of tea. All right, kettle's going on. Cup of tea, lunch, leave you alone.
Yeah, I'll stop for some lunch.
All right, sounds good. Time for lunch? Thoughts?
I'm gonna just get this corner.
All right. Lunch under the pergola. Lunch break.
I've only got a few plates.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
Very good.
Oh, they're hard workers. Here you go, salted to your liking.
Right, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
I'll tell you if it's to my liking or not. I'll be the judge of that.
All right, Tool of Joy was just as joyful
Yep.
as always.
Yes.
All right. And I have a lovely bucket of leaves. And we're gonna enjoy our lunch. How long does it take to germinate the cardboard? Nice technique. So this is going to end up being pretty stinky, so we kind of want to keep it away from general hanging out areas, but close enough to the garden to be able to scoop it out. So the problem that we're having right now is all of the ants everywhere. So we've only done this one little bed, but we have grand plans for this garden. But first we have to figure out an ant solution, and I know loads of people have left ideas in the comments, and we're gonna go through them. I'm gonna go through them, find a few different solutions to try. One of them is bicarbonate of soda mixed in with icing sugar, and you leave it in a little lid, and apparently the ants go after the sugar and take the soda stuff down into their nest. And I don't know what happens to them down there, but I don't think it's good. It's good for me, maybe not so good for them and their families. Sorry, ants. And then there's a bunch of other things as well. There's something called Diamatosaurus earth. Not the name, but it's something like that. And then I think something with borax is another solution. And obviously there's poisons and things which I don't want to use. So we're hoping for the friendliest solution possible for ant murder.
Did we want to split this in half? Sorry.
Nope, I think it's good. We're just gonna go
Okay.
fully concentrated, fully stinky. I'll find a lid for this. Do you have a piece of plywood? Maybe we can whack on that or something. And we leave it for 5 weeks. It's all highly experimental.
Fantastico.
What do you think of these guys? Looking lovely.
Looking fantastic.
Trees are looking very healthy this year, and that makes me really happy. So Sinead and I have done our garden bed. I feel like we had ambition to do a few more than we did, but
Oh, I think I can still weed that one just to feel like 2 are done.
yeah. All right. Anyway, she's a beautiful bed, and it's gonna have tomatoes, chives, basil, marigolds, and maybe a couple other things that help all of those things live and thrive. Are you excited to plant?
Always.
Delicious?
Delicious. Oh, this brings back memories.
Of?
My granddad used to grow these in his garden.
That's right.
I mean, you're not meant to eat them raw, but I like them. No.
I've had For anyone that didn't see, I spat it out. I've had more delicious things. I'm sorry if I disrespected your grandpa. Anyway.
No, not my grandpa. My grandpa didn't want us to eat them raw.
Oh, I see.
And I don't even call him grandpa. What the hell? Granddad.
Anyway.
Grandpa, who am I?
This has gotten silly. It's been a long day, guys. Bye. Alright, so up top, we've got some rebar action happening.
How many lengths did you get?
I got 1 length of rebar, and I think they're...
And that's all that's left.
6
so
meters?
It was a good count.
Nice, perfect. Feet are in process. Things are happening. Water tank is coming. How you feeling?
You don't want to make a noise, but you're farting about with your camera.
So my mom's been hard at work weeding over here and weeding the front part over there. She's done loads of comfrey for us for fertilizer. I think tomorrow or soon she's gonna tackle this monstrosity. You're not sick of weeding?
No, I find it very therapeutic.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Yeah.
No, actually I don't. I hate it, which is why I never do it.
That's why I come to it.
So I'm happy that you find it therapeutic. I find it soul crushing. So yeah, everything's looking amazing. My dad's working on the tower. It's looking good. And we'll see you again from a new day. So it's a brand new day. It's overcast. And my dad was hard at work making the holes. And this is the final one.
I'm glad the holes are dug. It's getting the gravy now.
So my dad will be here working away in peace because unfortunately I had a bit of a disaster, a major disaster actually, and dropped a tool from the mezzanine when I pulled something off onto my computer and broke the screen. So I have to solve that problem today. I have a few solutions at my disposal. This is a really nice community, so I put the word out. Luckily the computer is fine, or seems fine, and it's just a screen, I'm pretty sure. So I'm hoping I can get a hold of a monitor and some cables to borrow, or an old TV is another option that a friend has. So I've got about 4 or 5 people that have given me possible solutions. So I'm gonna have some breakfast and then head out into the world and see if I can find some cables and a monitor so I can use my computer again, and then eventually I'll just have to get the screen fixed once I have some more time and some more money. So yeah, so that was unfortunate, but I guess these things happen, and it's definitely a lesson to keep my mezzanine more tidy and not to balance tools on top of the cooler box, which is what I was pulling down. So lesson, unfortunately, learned the hard way. So I'm gonna make a decision on the height of this thing, which could be interesting for this tree. Let's hope most of it can stay. Some of it will have to go. And then my dad will just be working away on the wood stuff. So we'll see you again very soon, hopefully, with a solution for my computer. So my day hasn't gone exactly to plan with the computer repair. I'll update you on that in a moment. But I came back to find these two just sitting here, enjoying some beers.
Cheers, Sinead.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. This is how we do it.
Yeah, all right. Well, I hope your day has been more successful than mine so far.
I'm very happy.
Yeah? Got some wood cut over there?
There's the legs.
Nice. And yourself?
I've been working on my fence,
How's it
and
going?
on Monday I'm submitting the engineering drawing.
Yay! And will you be submitting the engineering drawings for the tower on Monday also?
Submitted up here.
All right. So I'm gonna have a beer, unwind a little bit, and I'll check in again when I'm ready to give an update on my computer debacle.
Bit of chisel action.
Wait, you prefer the store-bought one to my lovely handcrafted
still about this thing.
But I made this special for you.
It always looked like a kind of affection, you know, like a kind of pose. Look at me. Look at me, I'm for the cave
Why
days.
buy a mallet when you
Caveman.
can make something
Yeah, exactly.
beautiful like this out of olive wood? Anyway, I won't take it personally. Oh, you're sucking in. Look at that tool in action. Okay, so I've had a little break. My dad's back at work. Hello! Sinead's down doing her fencing. And I'm gonna head down to the garden to see about some ants. I have some natural solutions. I'm gonna try vinegar mixed in with water. I also have bicarbonate of soda mixed with icing sugar. And I've got some chemical stuff. I also feel like coffee grounds are good mixed into the soil, and cinnamon could also work. So I'm not gonna use this unless nothing else works, but I can't work down there. These things are super bitey. So I'm gonna mix up some concoctions, head down to the garden, and hopefully they work. So in here we have a mix of 50-50 white vinegar and water, but it's not a killer. It's only a deterrent. However, this is a killer. It's a mix of, well, it's supposed to be icing sugar, but I could only find fine sugar, so hopefully it works, and bicarb of soda. And I think the idea is you leave it in little lids around the place, I think. I don't know if you sprinkle it directly on the soil or what. I'm pretty sure what I read was leave it in little lids. So I'm gonna do that and see what happens before I bring out the big guns, which will be the chemicals. So I'm pretty sure we have an ant nest right there. You'll see them all come out as I mess with the soil a bit. Yeah, there's loads of them there. So I'm hoping, eat it, my pretties. Eat it. I'm hoping they eat this. The sugar attracts them, and the bicarb of soda kills them when they take it back to the nest. So I'm sorry to have to do this, guys, but you gotta move out. If they weren't so freaking bitey and painful, maybe I could work around them, but they are aggressive and it's pretty painful when they nip at your ankles. So let's see how that goes. I'm gonna place those traps around a few places where I have problems with ants. And for other places that are less awful, I'll spray them with the vinegar and water solution. But one thing I do wanna try, and I think it's a chemical solution, but I'm just curious about it, is for stopping ants going up the trees. So I'm gonna try it on my lime tree, because there's loads of ants up there. They're farming aphids, and I really want that to stop. So I have this stuff here. I don't exactly know what it is, but supposedly you put it around the tree and it stops the ants from going up and down. And I think you can possibly see, yeah, there's like aphids on there. Aphids? Eggs? There's ants, they're farming aphids. There's stuff happening that's not really great. So I'm gonna put this sticky stuff around the bottom, and then I'll give the tree a spray with a soapy water solution, clean all the leaves, and hopefully that'll keep the ants away. So while I work on this, I thought I would talk about my computer debacle. I basically punctured a hole in the screen, and I was hoping, because the rest of the computer seems fine, the music was still playing off of the internet, I can still charge stuff up, it still turns on and makes the turniani noise. But the screen is completely snookered, and I was hoping that I could get a monitor or an old TV and hook it up using all the cables. And one thing I will say about this whole adventure is that the community in this area is amazing. I put a call out and just to a couple of local groups, and I had offers from maybe 5 or 6 people to help, and I took 2 people up on their offer. So a big thanks to Renee, who I borrowed a monitor off of, and to Pam and Chris, who offered to loan me a TV, and then helped me kind of try to figure things out. So currently I have Renee's monitor, but the problem is that I've managed to mirror the screens, and my cursor is working on the monitor, but the screen is black. So I don't know if I should be really nervous about that or somewhat hopeful. I have a few things that I can try. I've Googled a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna do that this evening, but I'm feeling a bit rattled. So I really wanted to get my hands back in the garden, back in the soil. After I do the poisonous stuff, after I do the ant murder, I'm gonna move over to the bed that Sinead and I made, and I'm gonna plant some tomatoes, and hopefully that's just gonna center me. Hopefully I'll just feel a little bit more at peace. And then this evening I'm gonna tackle all of these suggestions that I got from the internet. So there's about 4 or 5 things I can try, and then if nothing works, I will take it to a computer person and hopefully they can get it to go. Eventually I'll get the computer repaired, but in the meantime I really just need to access everything so I can continue working, get some important files off of there and stuff, and yeah, get to work. So who knows how this whole thing is gonna end up, but one thing is for sure, this community is really amazing. And also my online community of everybody wishing me luck. Yeah, it's just really great to see. So I guess this green stuff goes on the tree. Let's clear some of this stuff away. Just so the ants can't sneak up the sides on the grass. And get some of this green stuff stuck on, I guess. I don't really need... Do I need that much? Maybe a little less. Yeah, I guess it's not chemically at all, it's just sticky. So they go on it and they get stuck. Sorry little ants, but I don't know, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I wish you well. Move on to other places. Thank you very much. Okay, next up I've got my soapy solution. Okay, that was extreme. I'm gonna mix that up in this bucket and use this to try to clean the leaves off, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, they don't come back because of the weird sticky barrier I just put on the tree. Normally I would do this with a spray bottle, but I'm using them for other things, so let's just do the buckets. And I'll just put it on with my hands. And let's add in a little bit more for good measure. And yeah, try to, wash the leaves off without actually ripping them apart. Some of these are pretty extreme looking. So this could take a while. So I'm going to continue on Operation Ant Destruction for a little while longer, and hopefully I have some good news to report, both on the ant front and on the computer front, so I'll keep you guys updated on those. There's something weirdly satisfying about cleaning leaves. Who knew? I'd prefer not to have to do it, but it's not the most horrible job in the world, I gotta say. Okay, this is actually quite exciting. I just plugged in my computer and previously it was giving me a black screen. I have a feeling when I open this up it's going to go black again, but I just wanted to record this. Okay, so I think this is something called clamshell mode, where I might need to also get an external keyboard. So this could be good news if I can get a hold of a keyboard. Hello from a new day. It's gorgeous out here. It's a little chilly and I've got an update on the computer. But first, let's take a look at the ants. Doesn't seem like they're around. When I would have even walked near here before, they would have all scrambled out. So that's actually an amazing result that I wasn't expecting. There's also some more ants over here. This one's looking a little bit more anty. They've maybe vacated their other house and moved over here. So I'll deal with these guys in a bit. And then there was some more ant action happening over here. I think the geotextile stuff might not have been the best idea. So on this spot, because it's a path, I ended up putting down the poisonous stuff, the chemicals, and you can see all kinds of little ant holes and things. So this is looking good as well. So result, and I gotta say, I'm really surprised. So that's great news about the ants. It's a lovely way to start the morning. And I also have some really good news about the computer. It wasn't working at my friend's place when I tried to plug the monitor in, but magically, when I got to my house, it did. However, it only works when the computer's closed. So I'm about to head off to the same friend's and pick up a keyboard to borrow, and then hopefully I'll be back in action. So last night I was feeling a little stressed, a little flustered, and I decided to get my hands in the soil. I did a small bit of weeding over there before being attacked by the ants, and then over here I planted some tomatoes and some chives. And so the idea of this bed is a mix of marigolds, lots of tomatoes, lots of basil, and then chives in the center. And yeah, I've got a lot more work to do in the garden, so that's what I'm going to be up to today once I go into town, or once I go to my friend's place and get this keyboard. So I'm looking forward to pushing on with garden work now that the ants have mostly vacated and they're not going to attack me. So that's for when I get back. So I've got my mom already on the sander. Yesterday my dad cut most of the pieces for the water tower. And yesterday you were at the house doing a whole bunch of stuff. She mended a bag and you whipped up your famous pickled beets.
Yes, I made a jar of pickled beets for you, and it took me just as long to make one jar as it would have a dozen.
All right, so we need to grow more beets in the future.
Yes.
Okay, lesson learned. And they'll be ready in a couple of weeks and we'll do a taste test.
Yeah, hopefully you like them because it's a little bit of a different
I love
vinegar.
them. I love them. I've had them before, and yeah, we'll make sure to share the recipe and do a taste test on camera.
Yes.
So you ready to stand?
I'm ready to stand.
All right, let's go
What?
say hi to
Mask
Dad
on?
before you start making
Okay, the
some
noise.
standing noise. And say hi to this guy as well. And so my dad's been hard at work doing a lot of carpentry, and I'm really excited to see this come together after all the hard work on the holes.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good.
What's your next step?
I'm controlling hole. Well, I've kind of got to wait. I've got to wait to do a bit of sanding on. Your mum does a bit of sanding and staining.
Okay, so
For this, but I'll find something else to do.
all right. Sounds good. So I'm gonna go get a keyboard, and I'll see you guys very soon. Okay, I'm back from getting the keyboard, and the good news is that it works. So video protection is back in business, but first I'm gonna help my mom prepare all these pieces that my dad's been making for the water tower. So it means a little bit of scraping, a lot of sanding, and then some staining after that. Another battery down.
Another battery down.
How's it going?
Good. Quite enjoyable.
Yeah, no, it's very meditative.
It is.
A little dusty, but you've got the mask, so
Yeah.
let's, do you want to hold on to it?
Yep.
All right, like the garden gloves. Nice.
They're my work gloves.
Your work gloves?
Yes.
Working in style.
Brought them from home.
Lovely. All right, new battery at the ready.
Okay.
Lock and loaded. Do you want to hold on to the thingy?
Yep.
All right.
Locked and loaded, and here I go. You know who it is?
This is my mom, in case anyone's wondering.
Oh, it isn't a battery. It's just because this is...
So this is the sander that my dad fixed for me, but now it's angry again. So I don't know what's up. Need to consult some YouTube videos. So will we switch over to the orbital
Is it
sander?
because the bag's broken?
Nope, the bag has nothing to do with the sander itself.
Okay, how do I hold on to this like that?
So that one
Do I hang on to it like this?
is the top,
Yeah.
and then hold on tight.
Yeah.
Needs more curing time?
Well, these three, that one was done a few days ago. That was the first one.
It's looking good. Solid as a concrete box.
Yeah, I won't go anywhere. 35 mil. There's the centre of that one.
I understand. I see the vision. Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing. It's a funny looking one, isn't it? I don't like that one. Very good.
Go back towards you quite a bit.
Hmm?
Back towards you quite a bit. Yep. A bit more. Back towards you. More. Okay.
Okay.
A little bit forward.
Okay. For me, that means.
Yeah, there. Step forward. Yeah. She's a fine hole. All right. Hold a second. Which way do you need me to observe?
Okay, you go with it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's looking pretty good. A little back towards you. Yep. Forward a little bit more.
Okay.
Back towards you a little. Yep. A little forward. Okay, moment of truth.
Ah,
Feeling confident without feeling overconfident?
usual.
Alright, let's go. See if I can do this one-handed.
Okay, you get your end in first then. and
Okay.
I'll jiggle my end.
She's in?
You good?
Yep.
Okay.
Beauty! High five? Amazing.
Oh, very good.
Yeah?
Right on.
So we've had a lunch break and it started to rain. It's actually gotten a little chilly as well, but everybody's still powering on through. I asked if they wanted to go home, but they're still here going for it. It's about 2 p.m. Still going okay?
Pardon?
Still going okay? Right? So my dad's got some stuff over there going on that we'll check out in a sec. But my plan is to do a little bit of plumbing just to make it easier to access the water, to attach a hose so we can water the garden now that we actually have a garden here. So I've got to extend this over in this direction and do some plumbing. And then my dad's got some exciting happenings going on over here. Exciting happenings?
Yeah.
Doing some pre-drilling by the looks of it. And it's all looking very sturdy and very chunky and really good. So we're all just getting on with our various jobs, and it's really great to see such a leap forward on the water tank, and I'm hoping that by doing this plumbing it's going to make life a little easier as well. So we'll just keep going with the work and check in at the end of the day with a beer in our hands. So as it turned out, the rain has come back, so I'm hiding inside, but my dad is, I believe, outside pondering, tidying things up, and I think he's waiting for a beer. There you go.
So we're not going to be here for a couple of days, are we?
Nope, we're taking the weekend off.
Just.
Cheers. So we'll take the weekend off, we'll go get some plumbing supplies, do a bit more pondering, and then...
Not really the weekend off, we're going to get supplies. We're going to the soup festival.
Soup festival is coming soon. Plumbing shopping, out for
Everybody
lunch.
loves homemade soup, right?
Yeah, you get to try 100 different ones, so that'll be fun. We went last year, and it was a hit. It was a hit. So, this is where we'll leave it. It's Friday today. Got loads done. The structure's taken shape, and things are happening. And I'm excited for the weekend, and we'll bring you guys along for some of the stuff as well. So, see you then. Okay, let's wrap things up there. I still have the soup festival to share with you, plus a little mini festival in my village, but we'll do that in the next video. This one has been completely packed. I forgot how much stuff was rammed into this thing. I've been taking loads and loads of footage, and I've only been going through it over the past few days, and I've got loads of amazing things to share with you still. So I'm gonna say goodbye from this one. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It really helps the channel. And thanks everybody out there for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next video.